Welcome back everyone, Tina here, and in this video I'm going to walk you through the full conversation tab experience. Now this is only one part of a full video series where you can learn all the features of GoHighLevel. If you're also interested in using these videos for your own white label agency, you can sign up via my affiliate link around this video. Make sure you sign up for the $4.97 plan and you will get free access to over 400 white label videos, including a support ticket snapshot. Using your in-house ticketing system will drastically reduce churn because you will always have an eye on what problems will arise. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the Conversations tab experience. Let's go. So first, let's start on the left-hand side right here for the Inbox tab. You see this little arrow? You can use this to collapse or expand this sidebar. Here we have different inboxes. You see My Inbox, Team Inbox, and Internal Chat. Under My Inbox, you see All, Assigned to Me, and Followed by Me. To access notes, the accounts with assigned data access, see My Inbox and Internal Chat. This is not the team inbox. So different conversations can be assigned to you via an automation and workflow or even manually. Those conversations will then show up under Assigned Me, as well as the Followed by Me conversations. They will show up under the Follow tab once you have been assigned a conversation that you should be following. On the right hand side here, you can see the drop-down menu, Follow Us. If you click that, you can do it manually and all of your users from the location will show up. You can check mark the users in order to assign them, and then they become a follower, and this conversation will show up in their assigned and or follow by me inbox. Okay, so depending if they're just a follower and or also if the message has been assigned to them. Then we have the team inbox, which means all the conversations within the account are listed here, which requires full data access. And then we have the internal chat, which is a private chat between you and your team members only, and the team members meaning users that have been set up within the platform. This has nothing to do with the customer threads. Here you can see all the unread messages, and here you can see all messages. If you wanted to start a new conversation between team members, you just click New Conversation. You select whether or not you want to message a contact or a teammate. Click Teammate. You select a teammate. Click Create Internal Chat. And here you can see the internal chat showing up. And then just like any other chat functionality, you can type your chat right here and then can hit Send. On the right-hand side, you can see who are the participants of the chat. If you want to have a group chat, you can do that. And if you want to have an individual chat with one participant only, you can also do that. On the right-hand side, you can edit participants, add more people if you like, and you can also minimize the sidebar by clicking the chat participants icon. Next up is the chat list panel. This is the second column in the conversations layout. It displays a list of all the conversations based on the inbox, folder, or filter you have selected from the inbox panel right here. The chat list panel shows the threads matching your current inbox, folder, or saved view, so you can scan, select, and take bulk actions quickly. So you would need to check this little box right here to select one. And if you select it twice, it bulk selects all the conversations that are currently showing up in the tab. For example, 20 conversations have been selected right now. Let's just do it with one conversation, and then you can see here, you can mark it as read, you can mark it as unread, you can add a star, remove a star, or fully delete the conversation. If you add a star, and then the star is marked as yellow, and if you click the Start tab right here, only the star conversations will show up. You can also sort by unread messages, all messages, recent messages, or as I said, start messages. The little sort button right here will allow you to sort by the latest for all the messages, meaning Instagram, Facebook, SMS, WhatsApps, as well as emails. It will allow you to sort by the oldest all messages, by the latest manual messages, the oldest manual messages, as well as the engagement score from high to low. In this case, it is number 2, which you can do under settings and engagement score, and you can score each lead according to their actions they take within the CRM. Meaning, hey, Tina opened an email, assign 1 point. Tina replied to an email, assign 2 points. Tina signed up for a particular webinar, assign 5 points, for example. And that way you always know who is the hottest lead in the pipeline. Then when it comes to filters, you can get really nitty gritty here. You can adjust the filter type. You can filter by the engagement score that I just mentioned, by assigned user, by follower, by mention, the last message direction, meaning did I send a last message or did they send a last message? This way you make sure leads don't fall through the cracks anymore. And you want to filter by last outbound message type, last message channel, and or tag. So let's say channel, okay, is, and then you can select which kind of conversations you want to see. Only email conversations, SMS, Google My Business, live chat, WhatsApp, Facebook calls, voicemail, Instagram, any reviews submitted, and even TikTok. So let's say we just filter by email, and then we could add another filter. Here we have the option to say, hey, I only want to see the email conversations and anyone assigned to me, for example, and then hit apply. And you can see none of the conversations have been assigned to me. So go back to the filter and we can also switch to or. I just want to see all the emails or any conversation that is assigned to this particular user. Hit apply, and now you see all of the email conversations showing up. Very simple. If you wanted to delete the filter, you just click back on filter and hit clear, hit apply, and we're back in the entire conversation inbox. Now let's talk about the message history panel, which is the bit here in the middle, where you can see the conversations that have already happened here. One email has gone out and the customer replied. You can see here a little number 2 that has happened today. If you click on number 2, you can see the entire email thread going back and forth. If you click on the email again, it closes, and you can see here there has also been a WhatsApp conversation. A new appointment has also been created, and we also have left an internal note. So to clarify, all of your conversations will be accumulated within this particular panel. Emails, WhatsApps, SMSs, Facebook messages, Instagram messages, TikTok messages, and any other action that will be taken within the CRM, like for example, hey, a new appointment has been created, will show up right here. So you always know the entire customer journey. So this message history panel is your main reading area and main reply area. So let's talk about switching between channels. Down here next to the message box, you can click the drop-down menu and you can see what kind of channels you can reply to this particular customer. For this particular lead or customer, we can talk via SMS, WhatsApp, and email because these are the data points that lead has left us with. If we have collected their Instagram name or we have conversed via Instagram before, then Instagram will also show up right here, for example. All you would need to do is select your reply channel. In this case, for example, WhatsApp, because we have been talking to this person on WhatsApp. Let's just send a message, and then you just hit send message here, or you can also schedule it, send later, select the date and time, and then hit schedule. Now you can see the action shows up. Hey, this message has been scheduled for the next day, Tuesday, 9 a.m. We can also hit cancel if we change our mind and do not want to send that scheduled message anymore. Here you can see the success message, scheduled message has been deleted. Now at the bottom here, you can also see you can insert emojis, you can even add a voice note for WhatsApp, for example, you can attach files, you can pull snippets, which you can create up here. Snippets are little text templates that, let's say you do sell by chat and you repeat the same text over and over again. Instead of you retyping it every time, you can just create a snippet and pull that template and select it right here. So for example, if you do a follow-up and you keep calling your pipeline and some of the people are not picking up, you can create a snippet that sends a WhatsApp message or an SMS message right after you called, they didn't pick up, so that you at least leave a message that was you. And you'll see many people get back to you and let you know when is a better time to call. You can also add trigger links down here, which you can create up here. A trigger link, for example, is a link that people can click on and a certain action can be triggered within the workflows, for example. Meaning if you're running a launch, for example, a Black Friday campaign, for example, and people don't want to hear the Black Friday offer anymore, maybe they are just not interested at the moment, then they can click that trigger link and then just be unsubscribed from that particular campaign instead of the entire newsletter. You can also add custom values. A custom value is, for example, this part here. It will automatically pull their first name. Then you can also send a request payment. If you've already chatted with them, you are agreeing on the terms and conditions and everything for the product or service, then you can just send a payment request real quick via this button. You can select the product, you can add your price, and then you can copy, link, and mark as sent, and the link will show up right here. Once they click it, they can then go ahead and pay it. So no need to create complicated funnels if there is no need for that. Next up, we have templates. This is only for WhatsApp because you have to create a template first if it's not in the customer service window. A customer service window is basically if the customer started a conversation, then you have 24 hours time to reply for free to the conversation. You can say whatever you want. If you reply after those 24 hours, the customer service window has closed and you can pull a template. That template has to be submitted first to Meta for approval. You can do this under settings, bottom left, WhatsApp, and then create a template from there. It will take a few seconds and they will typically approve it. And then you can pull the template from here. Typically, you see the body right here, the preview, and then you can click send or as well, again, schedule or hit cancel. Next up, we have the send WhatsApp flow, which you also have to create prior so you can pull the data similar to the templates. And then you can also clear the composer. So that was just for WhatsApp, okay? So for SMS, you can see here the from number. If you have several different numbers, you can click the drop-down menu and select the number you would like to send the message from. Same thing here, you can insert emojis, attach a file, snippets, trigger links, custom values, send a payment request, and clear the composer. Next up, we have emails. And the cool thing here is that email field, you can make that a lot bigger by just clicking this expand arrow. And you have a lot more space to really just focus on the content of your email. A similar features apply down here. You also have a formatting option right here. If you wanted to go ahead and design your email for certain things, you can do that. You can choose bold, italic, underline, strike through, even bullet points, ordered list, how to align, if it's a paragraph, and then also the line height. You can also change the font right here and then the size as well. Again, you can also hit send right now, or you can send later and schedule it for later. Now, let's say I wanted to leave an internal comment. That's the yellow part right here. Just click internal comment. You can tag a user, and the user is only taggable who has been added by you to your account. So hit the add button and you'll see all of your users within the account. If you wanted to leave a note for a particular user, you can do that. And then you just hit send and the note will just show up here and the person has been tagged who should be looking at that note. Now at the top here, you also have a filter drop-down menu. You can filter by all the conversations or activities. So activities in this case would be contacts, appointments, opportunities, payments, invoices, or AI actions. Okay, let's do that. We see the action new appointment has been created. Really, really cool if you just wanted to focus on really follow up and see what's been happening with this contact without needing to swift through all the conversations. Then you can also filter by, hey, I only want to see the SMS and or calls and or WhatsApps, emails, and or internal comments. You can bulk deselect by clicking all and search by a particular keyword right here. So let's go back to all. Next up, we can also click the call button and the system will immediately make a phone call to this lead. Then we can also archive the conversation. We can star or unstar. It's the same feature as the star here on the left. We can mark as unread and we can delete the conversation from here. Now let's talk about the right hand side panel right here. You can open and close it by just Xing it out and then opening it again by clicking on the contact details button. Here you can see everything that's going on. You can see who's the owner of this contact, who's the follower. You can see all of their contact details, the source where they came from, what contact type it is, lead or customer, and all of the answers to the questions they may have filled out when submitting a form. You can also apply tags through this quick action right here. Let's say they took part in this particular challenge and we can check mark this, click out of it and you can see the tag has been applied. Here you can see the D&D field means this is a do not disturb area, which in our language means unsubscribe. Has this lead unsubscribed from any communication channels, maybe email, text message, calls, or voicemails, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, or inbound calls and SMS. If you wanted to manually set somebody on D&D in a particular channel, if they messaged you on Facebook and said, please stop emailing me, for example, then you can just click the email button here and you would manually unsubscribe them, set them on D&D. Or if they have unsubscribed themselves, you would see there is a red X inside the email field, for example. That means they have unsubscribed at some point. This happens very often that people reach out to you and say, hey, I haven't received your email. Well, that is because they maybe have unsubscribed before. So you can go in and then resubscribe them by removing that X. And under actions, we have all the actions that are happening within the CRM. You can see which active workflows they are part of, which workflows have finished that are in the past that they were part of. Then under the client portal, you can see all the offers that they are part of. You can manually assign them to access a course or even a community. Next up, we have the activity tab. So this particular lead doesn't have any activity just yet. Let's go to this lead. So you can see this particular lead has visited this particular page, meaning they opted in for a freebie, they submitted a form, and we know exactly where they came from and what kind of action on our website triggered the lead opt-in. Really cool for you to learn and know what is working on your website and funnels. The association means basically, is this contact connected to another contact? In this case, he or she isn't, and they are part of a particular pipeline, in this case, because they have opted in for this particular freebie. Also, there is a company's drop-down menu. This lead is not part of any companies. Companies would mean if you have several different leads in your contacts tab here, and they all work for the same company, you can assign them to be part of that company. Then we have tasks. Any task that has been assigned to this particular lead will show up here. In this case, this task has been assigned to this user because this person opted in to a freebie, and it has been assigned to our salesperson to make that phone call. You can click the three dots right here, edit this particular task or delete it. You can also manually add more tasks by clicking the add button if there are too many tasks and you just lost the overview. Next up, we have notes. Notes can be added automatically via workflows, or you can also, again, add a note manually. Just open a notepad, type your note, and hit save on the bottom right. Next up is the appointments tab. You can see the upcoming appointments. This person has booked a call, and also the past appointments. If you wanted to book a call manually, you can do that by clicking the add button here. Then this window will show up and you can select from the calendars. Let's say it's the personal training calendar. You can select the date and time. You can add an internal note. You can mark the status as confirmed or unconfirmed and then book appointment. And from here, you can trigger an automation that you would set up under automations that prepares people for the call and sends them the necessary details to attend the call, such as Zoom links. Next up, we have documents. Right here, you can see all of the documents that have been added and attached to this particular lead. In this case, we have one. You click the three dots right here, click on download or preview or delete the file. So let's preview. And you can see there has this particular image has been attached. This could also just be a contract or something else. Then you can see internal, that particular image has been uploaded internally. Then under send, you would see if a contract has been sent under the payments tab. Then you will see another tab which states documents that would show up here. And then if you have received a document that came in via this conversations tab, you could add this with a quick action. For example, down here in that particular email, we have just sent a document, which is this attachment. And if we don't want to lose that document, we just click the three dots right here and click add to documents. And you can see the attachment has been successfully added to documents. Now let's go check. And here you can see it's showing up right here. Now, if you wanted to reply to this email, by the way, and stay in the same email thread, you just click the reply button here and then type your text and then hit send. Lastly, you can see the payments on the right, which shows you all of the payments that have gone through the CRM. That includes transactions, subscriptions, invoices, and estimates. If you wanted to have a more detailed look, you just click the arrow here and then these different tabs show up. And under the actions tab, you can also add a card on file. You can charge the customer now if you have the card on file already. You can create a subscription without needing to go to the payment tabs. You can create an invoice, manage different cards, and even create an estimate. Now, also a really cool thing are the shortcuts. If you click this little button on the bottom right, you can see a keyboard shortcut showing up for the navigation, for the conversation actions, for the composer and contact actions. So for example, if we clicked Control and then K, you could search for a particular lead via this pop-up function without needing to go through the filters. So let's say this first contact, we want to see everything from this first contact, which is the same one as here, and then it will just show up just like that. Then another shortcut could be sending this message automatically. So that would be Control and then Enter. Hey, the subject line is empty, send as anyway. And you will see the message has been sent. So for more information about more shortcuts, please go through this particular shortcut panel. And that's it already. This was a full walkthrough of the Conversations tab. I hope you learned a lot, and be sure to check out all of the other videos as well. And if you wanted to use videos like this for your own help doc library, we have over 400 videos available for you to install into your agency with a few clicks of a button, because we've packaged them all up into one snapshot. If you haven't signed up for GoHighLevel just yet, you can click one of the links around this video, sign up via my affiliate link, and get the entire ticketing support snapshot, including 400 videos free of charge. If you're already upgraded, you don't have any more room to upgrade, you can also purchase it via the link below. I will see you in the next one.